Hello everybody, in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through the stitch work involved in creating this Rowan scarf, and as you can see there are some sections or distinct sections that we'll go through, or that it's good to note of. So at the border we have two ridge lines over here. We have a big mega cable over here and then a twisty kind of cable in the middle. So let's get to it. Okay, so to begin the pattern we are going to chain 34 plus 1. So I'm going to start with my slip stitch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32, 33, 34 plus 1. Okay, so now we have this chain of 34 plus 1, and we are going to start working in rows. Okay, so since we're going to be making cables for this pattern, keeping a loose tension will support ease of working through those cable stitches, so keep that in mind, and it will also give you a better drape. We don't really want to have a stiff scarf, so with that in mind, let's start with row 1. So row 1, you're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and then single crochet in each stitch down the row. So we're going to look at the second stitch from the hook. The second chain from the hook, we have 1 and 2. So single crochet in there and then single crochet in each stitch down the row. Okay, we're almost to the end now. Just 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3. And we should have 34 single crochets in row 1. Now row 2, we're just going to chain 1, turn. I know some people like to turn and then chain 1, but I prefer chain 1 and then turn, and then single crochet in each stitch down the row again. So you'll end up with 34 at the end of row 2. 33 and 34. Okay, so we've reached the end of row 2. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now, in my opinion, the third row is the hardest row because you are essentially setting up the whole project. So what we want to remember is you're going to now start doing your front post double crochets into the first row stitches, or around the first row stitches. So let's just read the pattern. So we chained 1, we're going to single crochet into the first 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Front post double crochet in the 3rd stitch of the first row. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to do a double crochet around that first, or that 3rd stitch in the first row. Okay. Now I'm going to do next is 2 single crochets, and the pattern explains that when you do your single crochets, you're going to be performing your single crochets on the working row. So it's this row, the second row, or the row that you just okay, so Note when doing your front post double crochet in this row, you're always going to be doing them in the corresponding parallel stitch in this first row. Okay, and then when you move on, you're going to be skipping the respective number of stitches to do your single crochet. So for example, following the pattern, the next step is to do 2 single crochets. Now, I did 1 front post double crochet, and that means here on the working row, I'm going to skip 1 stitch and then continue on to the next. So 2 single crochets. It says now that I have to do 6 front post double crochets. So I'm going to skip. I know that I know that I single crocheted 2 over here, so I'm going to skip 2. 1, 2, and I'm going to do begin my 6 front post double crochets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Next is 4 single crochets. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. Okay, next is 4 single crochets. So again, I'm going to go take a peek at the back, count 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this next one is where I'm going to start my single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we have it. Next is 4 front post double crochets. So again, I know that I did 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I'm going to start my front post double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Next is another set of single crochets, so 4 of them. So I'm going to look at the back. I know that I just did 4 front post single crochets, so I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this next stitch is where I'm going to do my 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next is another set of 6 front post double crochets. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets. I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're almost to the end. So again, I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next in the pattern is 2 single crochets. So I'm going to do it here. 1, 2. And then I do a front post double crochet. 1, 2. It will be on this one. and then 2 single crochets. Skip 1. And we are now at the end. So I know on video it's not very noticeable, but later on it should be. But you have sections that are a bit raised. So if I go like this, so you can see some sections that are raised where you did the front post double crochets there. And that is our foundation for our cable sections. Okay, 3 completed. We're going to do row 4. And from here on, every even row is going to be just a chain 1, turn, and single crochet in each stitch. So even rows are basically just passing rows. And when you do this, you're going to work on the top of the stitches of the 3rd row. So as you can see, you have like an exposed section over here because you did a front post. These are the areas where you did the front post, and that's just the way it's going to be. Like, it's not a big deal. There's nothing for that. Okay, so that's the way it looks. That's gonna be normal. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue single crocheting down the row. Now we're gonna begin row 5. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and single crochet in the first 2 stitches. So 1, 2. We're going to be doing a front post double crochet, and one thing to note is that from this point on, we're going to be working in the corresponding front post double crochet stitches, or the raised stitches from the previous odd row. So front post double crochet. You can see that we have like a ridge right there. I'm going to skip 1, and the pattern, following the pattern, it says single crochet in the next stitch, so just 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do 3 front post double crochets. So remember, we're going to go into that row, the previous row of stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. I'm going to skip 1, 2, and 3 because I did those stitches in front posts. And next it says 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. And then another 3 front post double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to look at the back, count 1, 2, and 3, and get ready for my next stitch. The pattern says 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do 4 front post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looking at the back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, getting ready for the next stitch. Pattern says 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do 3 front post double crochets. Here's the first front post double crochet that I'm going to work into. So 1, 2, and 3. Looking at the back, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then work another 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. The next stitch is going to be a single crochet, so just making sure I'm going to do it in the right place. Going back to the back of the work, so 1, 2, and 3. So my single crochet is going to be right here. Do another front post double crochet. Skip 1 and end with 2 single crochets. There you go. So you could see this is the 5th row, and hopefully you can kind of see that we have a ridge right here, and this 6 front post double crochets have gone that way. So this row right here started it, and then now they're going to the sides, and there's like 2 single crochets in the middle of them. And then here we have a section that is raised, another one of those raised sections that are splitting, and then a ridge. So for row 6, we're going to do single crochet all the way to the end, and then I'll see you guys for row 7. Okay, so here we are, all set up for row 7. I did my chain 1, and now we're going to go back to the pattern and just work. All right, so 2 single crochet, 2 single crochets, so 1, 2, and then front post double crochet. We're gonna skip that front post stitch and then single crochet 1. We're going to do 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Take a look so we know we're going in the right spot. 2 single crochets, and then 3 front post single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you can see we still have that V going on with the 2 single crochets separating these clusters of front post double crochets. I'm going to look at the back, 1, 2, 3. This is where my next stitch is going to be, and we're going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And we've come to the part of the pattern where we're going to do our first 2x2 crisscross, and that's what I call it in the pattern. What we're going to do is yarn over for a double crochet, but we're going to do a front post double crochet in the 3rd front post double crochet below. So 1, 2, and 3. This is where we're going to do it. Just like that. And then we're going to do another front post double crochet in the 4th one below. And then we're going to do a front post double crochet in the 1st one below, crossing over. So just like that. Another front post double crochet in the 2nd one, crossing over. And there we have it, our first set of crisscrosses. So you can see that that crosses over here. Beauty. Okay, looking at the back, gonna count 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. 3 front post double crochets, 2, 3. Take a peek at the back, make sure I'm working into the right stitch. 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. A single crochet, front post double crochet, and 2 single crochets. That's the 7th row. Okay. I'm going to work the 8th row and see you guys again for the 9th row. Alright, here we are at the beginning of the 9th row. I did my chain 1 and we're ready to follow the pattern. So 2 single crochets, front post single crochet, 1 single crochet, 3 front post double crochet. Oh, did I say single crochet over here? But you guys know what I meant. 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. 3 front post single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to work 3 single crochets, 2 and 3, and then 4 front post double crochets. So one thing to note, after doing like a crisscross row, you do have to do a little bit of digging to find the posts. So here is, oh, I have to yarn over. Here's the first one. And the second one is all the way in the back. And then the third one is that one on top. And the fourth one. Okay, so that's how it's gonna look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. 3 front post double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So my single crochet is going to be right here. 1 front post double crochet and 2 single crochets to end. There you go. Okay, I'm going to work row 10 and see you for 11. Alright, so here we are at the beginning of row 11 and we're ready to work off the pattern. Now, we're going to start with 2 single crochets, a front post double crochet, and in this row we're going to start bringing these back together. So skip one because of the front post, and we're going to do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. We're going to do 6 front post double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you notice in the pattern it said 6 front post double crochets. There wasn't any single crochets in between. So for the previous rows, when we separated, it was 3 and then 2 single crochets and then 3. For this row, we're bringing it back together, getting ready for a crisscross coming up in the next even row or odd row. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My next stitch is going to start here. 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 front post double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 front post double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has also come together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. 1 front post single crochet, and ending with 2 single crochets. Oh, I think I said single crochet again for the front post. I meant double. And here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do row 12 and see you for 13. Alright, so row 13 is going to be a row where we're crossing over in this bigger braid, we're going to cross over in the middle portion, and we're going to cross over in this ending braid portion. So I did my chain 1, and now we're ready to begin, starting with 2 single crochets, a front post double crochet, skip 1, and then another 2 single crochets. Okay. Next, we're going to front post triple crochet around the 4th front post double crochet below. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's basically on the left leg of this mega braid that I'm going to call it. Okay, so triple crochet front post. So yarn over twice, you have 3 loops on your hook. Go in to that 4th stitch, and then 1, yarn over 2, yarn over. Okay, that's your triple crochet. Next, we're going to front post triple crochet into the 5th stitch, 1, 2, 3, and then front post triple crochet into the 6th stitch below. Okay, now we're going to go back into these stitches, passing over. So triple crochet into that front of the first post, okay. Yarn over twice, triple crochet into that 2nd post, yarn over twice, and triple crochet into that 3rd post. And there you have it. Okay. In the pattern, I call these bigger ones 3x3 crisscrosses. The smaller one is a 2x2 crisscross. Okay. So that was 6 stitches in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a 2x2 crisscross. So 1, 2, 3. Back into the 1st stitch, and then the 2nd stitch. Count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another one of those 3x3 crisscrosses. So triple crochet into this 4th, triple crochet into the 5th, triple crochet into the 6th, oops, triple crochet into the 1st, triple crochet into the 2nd, and triple crochet into that 3rd. Nicely done. Count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, a front post double crochet, and ending with 2 single crochets. There we go. Now, something that really helped me keep track of my crossovers while making this pattern is just to remember that for this middle section, we're going to do 2 odd rows of just like plain front post double crochets stacked on top of each other before a cross. So 1, 2, and then a cross, 1, 2, and then a cross. And for these bigger portions, we cross at the second, we like match, or we do a crossover the same time we do a crossover in the middle portion. So we're just skipping this over here. Now, another thing is when we bring it together, that's going to be the second plain front post double crochet row before the crossover. So bring it together, cross over, the next one is still together. So that's my easy way of remembering it. So we're going to do row 14 and then I will work row 15 with you. Okay, so alright, so we're ready to work row 15, and row 15 is essentially the same as row 3, but for row 3 we were working into that first row over here, just setting it up. So I'm just gonna work row 15 with you guys, and I think you should have it by then. So I did my single crochet, my chain 1. I'm gonna work 2 single crochets, a front post double crochet, 2 single crochets, and then we're going to do 6 front posts. Just looking at the pattern again, so yeah. So we're going to do 6 front post double crochets. And remember, always after these crossover sections, you have to do some digging to find the posts. So that's one. The second one, it's right next to it. Oopsie. And the third one is way under there. So we're just going to say move over and lift it up. Okay, so that's our third. Okay, 4, 5, 6 is pretty easy because it's right there on top. So 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I was counting the wrong row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And working into this one. 4 single crochets. 3, 4. A 2x2. Oh, not a 2x2. 4 front posts double crochets. 1, looking for that second one underneath, right here, 2, 3, and 4. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 6 front post double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 single crochets, 1 front post double crochet, and ending with 2 single crochets. And there you go. There you have it. That is how you do the stitch work for the Rowan crochet scarf. Nice little braids over here. Everything is just going to repeat here on after. And so you're going to just repeat this until you reached your desired length, and then fasten off. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful in understanding how to make your own Rowan scarf. And if you do make this scarf, please tag me at Knits and Knots by AME so I could see what you make. Happy crocheting. Bye bye.